so I'm Rajiv Iyer of Team 16909 Fettuccine PastaBots, and this year is...
I'm Daniel Vigna. I'm on Team 16912 Linguine PastaBots.
So Danny, what grade are you in?
I am currently a senior.
Alright. And what do you do outside of robotics?
So I do rock climbing. I started getting into it back in August. I think the first day I went, if I remember, is August 19th. Yeah, probably. I went with some buddies, and I completely fell in love with it. The next time I went rock climbing, I got a membership at the gym, and ever since I've been going like once or twice a week. And the cool thing about it is that I've been doing calisthenics for a while, for about 2 years. And so calisthenics, what it is it's training your body. It's like strength training, but only using your body weight, right? So that applies really well to rock climbing, because in rock climbing, all you're doing is lifting your body. And so besides power and strength, there's also like technical things that you need to know. And so that's been my focus for the past 5 months. I've been climbing. And if you're curious, to those watching, I can climb right now V5 boulder problems and 511 plus top rope routes.
So, what college do you want to go to, and what's your major?
Recently, back in December, I got accepted into Cornell University for electrical and computer engineering. Well, I guess just engineering department as a whole, but I did apply for electrical and computer engineering. I've definitely been like a little bit mixed in between doing electrical and computer engineering versus computer science, because those are two things that I really enjoy the most. But I see myself having more potential in engineering rather than just computer science. And it also involves more topics as a whole, such as working with microprocessors, digital signals, and all that other cool stuff. So as of right now, I still haven't decided to go. Financial aid is a thing, but it's still it's very expensive. I have my eyes set also on Georgia Tech. I'm waiting for that response this Saturday at 11 a.m. So we'll see what happens. But yeah.
Do you like milk?
Do I like milk? Oh boy, is that a question? Actually, I've made quite the amount of milk TikToks. It is a little bit of an addiction.
So, out of all of them, do you have a favorite brand or a favorite type?
Whole milk, 100%. Skim milk is water. First of all, it's water with powder. It's terrible. 2%, horrible. Now, if we go down the whole milk path, I love chocolate milk. So you get that Nesquik. You put the Nesquik in there. I usually put about 2 teaspoons of Nesquik in 1.5 to 2 cups of milk. Gotta be very precise. You gotta have the flavors right. You know what I'm saying? Mix that in. Spectacular. Chocolate milk always wins for me.
What is your hardest class? I know you're in multivariable calculus right now.
So I actually finished multivariable calculus last semester. Math has always been something that I really enjoyed. Back in 5th grade, I was one of those cool kids that got into the advanced math program. Pretty cool. 6th grade, I took the exam, got to skip pre-algebra, and so in 7th grade, I was in algebra 1. 8th grade, geometry, still in line with everybody else. Then freshman year, honors algebra 2. And then sophomore year, where everything changed. As my peers were going into AP stats, I skipped stats and I went into pre-cal. My junior year, I was in AP BC Cal. I got a 5 on my exam, and then this senior year, the first semester, I took multivariable calculus, or calculus 3, also known as vector calculus, through Lone Star. So it was completely separate from my high school transcript, and I just didn't have a math class here. So in fact, I'm really happy today because I actually got to use my multivariable skills in that graph over there for the robot. So if you take a look at that graph, it's displaying the error of the movement of our robot based on the distance away from a block and the position of that block in the camera frame. It gets a lot more complicated than that, but it took about an hour to actually figure out what that graph was because my skills aren't too good, but we got it eventually. But yeah, definitely Calc 3 has been the hardest class. Also Physics C, AP Physics C is quite difficult, but I don't know, I think I enjoy Calc more. So the challenge is better.
Not the school subject.
Yeah, definitely.
So what is your role in the team?
So overall for PastaBots, I'm the lead computer programmer. However, Jeffrey's been doing really good as well with being part of that role. I don't like to see myself as the lead, but I think both of us have a lot of experience in that aspect, so we can equally help out. However, on my specific team, sub-team 16912, I also do a lot of programming alongside Brandon, who's actually being a little nerd here and doing the coding for me. Right? And I also work a lot on mechanical things. As a programmer, I think it's really important to be able to work on mechanical things. So if you don't have anybody else here and some mechanical thing breaks, you can fix it yourself. So very important to have those skills.
That's very true. What would you say is your contribution to your team robot? I mean, obviously you've done probably quite a lot of coding.
Yeah, definitely a lot of code alongside Brandon and a lot of mechanical stuff as well. I am the team captain, and so it's a lot of guiding the team. However, I think our team has done very, very good recently in structuring what we're going to do each time. And everybody splits off to the subgroup, doesn't need much like attention. Everybody's got that incentive. Everybody knows what to do now. And so since it's just a lot of minor things, I mean, we're all pretty much on the right track.
What would you say has been your history with that?
So right now I am the driver for the robot. I started actually when I was back in the club team my sophomore and junior year, because I joined robotics my sophomore year. I was the driver as well both years. So you'll notice that a lot of the drivers are actually gamers because they know how to use the joysticks very well, and so that skill kind of translates. So I'm currently the driver for this because I gamed a lot back in the day.
Well, actually, thank you for letting me interview you. It's a pleasure to have what you say.
It was a time.
You did.